Why has the king issued such a harsh decree? Why don't you come along with me and ask him yourself? Lord King, what? Belteshazzar requests an audience.
Hear my
Speak,
prayer,
O king,
Lord.
live forever.
I
have heard your decree, and I understand that I shall fall beneath the blade if your dream is not made known and interpreted. I ask only for more time that I might withdraw for a while with my friends to pray to our God and see if he might not make the dream known to us. The time is fixed and cannot be altered. Sentence is to be carried out at sunrise. You may withdraw, so long as you return at dawn, as your fate and that of the others is one and the same. And when you return, be sure to bring your companions with you. Shall I send guards along, my king? No.
Look,
if he says he'll
the
pray,
lions
he'll
do
pray,
not
not
touch him.
flee. That
What
much at
manner
least
of
I'm
man
sure.
is this?
Even if we were to flee the city, the whole world would have been against us. Not that it mattered. I had given my word and intended to keep it. I would pray and hope that the answer came. Prepare to bind the prisoners. Once the sun rises, there could be no delay. Bring forth the counselors. O king, live
Behold,
forever.
the vision
O
of
king,
the tree.
do not execute
It
these
signifies
men.
your kingdom,
I beg you,
O king, grown
Belteshazzar,
strong and
your
reaching
death
the
is upon you as well unless you know my dream and can interpret it. I am and I will. Praise be to the God of my fathers forever and ever. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. He reveals deep and hidden things and has made plain all that you have asked. For he has shown me the vision of the king. Then speak. As you lay upon your bed, O king, you looked and there before you stood a large statue, awesome in its appearance. The head of the statue was made of pure gold, its chest and arms of silver, its belly and thighs of bronze, its legs of iron, its feet partly of iron and partly of baked clay. As you were watching, a rock was cut out, but not by human hands. It struck the statue on its feet of iron and clay and smashed them. Then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, and the gold were all broken to pieces at the same time, and the wind swept them away without a trace. But the rock that struck the statue became a mountain and filled the whole earth. You have done what I was told was impossible. This mystery has been revealed to me not because I am wiser than other men, but because God wishes you to understand the meaning of your dream. You know my dream as if you dreamt it yourself. What does it mean? You, O king, are the King of kings. The God of heaven has given you dominion and power and might and glory. In your hands he has placed mankind. He has made you ruler over the nations, for you are the head of pure gold. After you, another kingdom will rise inferior to yours.
God
Next,
of Abraham,
a third kingdom, one of
protect your
bronze, will
servants.
rule over the whole earth.
We put our
Finally,
trust in you
there
alone.
will be a fourth kingdom, strong as iron, for iron breaks and smashes things to pieces. But just as you saw that the feet and toes were partly of baked clay and partly of iron, so this people will be a mixture and not remain united any more than iron mixes with clay. And in the time of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed. It will crush those kingdoms and bring them to an end, but will itself endure forever. The Almighty has shown the king what will take place in the future. The dream is true and the interpretation is trustworthy. I am the head of gold. Yes, O king, you are the head of pure gold. Surely your God is the God of gods, the ruler of kings and the revealer of mysteries. Let this man be paid honor and present him with incense. Thus, the king made me ruler over the entire province of Babylon and at my request made Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego administrators. King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold 90 feet high. All were commanded to fall down and worship, and all did as commanded except for three. Live forever, a moment of your precious time. So he sent his daughter Mandane into exile, and when a son was born to her, he conspired to have it stolen and exposed on a hilltop to die. But a shepherd whose wife had recently given birth to a stillborn child persuaded her husband to trade her dead infant for the living. And the shepherd raised the boy as his own. The king, upon being presented with the dead infant, repented of his crime. He didn't learn until 10 years later that the boy was actually alive, at which time he pardoned the boy and restored him to his rightful parents. And for a time, the matter was forgotten until one day, years later, when you marched into your grandfather's city at the head of your troops and seized the throne of Media, taking the old man captive, and the prophecy was proven true. All the stories. He knew of the prophecy, but he was powerless to overcome it, as all men are powerless to prevent their fate if the prophesizing be true. Listen then as I tell of the prophetic vision that led to Nebuchadnezzar's madness. For when he dreamed that great dream, his enchanters, sorcerers, and astrologers were once again unable to interpret the vision. When I was asleep, I had a dream which made me afraid. The images I saw terrified me. Belteshazzar, I looked and saw before me a tree in the middle of the land. A tree grew strong and tall. Its top touched the sky, and it was visible to the ends of the earth. Its leaves, they were beautiful. Its fruit was abundant. The beasts of the field took shelter under it. The birds of the air lived in its branches, and from it every creature was fed. Then I looked again, and I saw a messenger coming down from heaven, and he cried out aloud, "Cut down the tree, trim off its branches, strip its leaves, scatter its fruit. Let the beasts flee from under it, and the birds fly from its branches. But let the stump and its roots bound in iron and brass remain in the ground, in the grass of the field. Let it be drenched by the dew from heaven. Let it live with the animals of the earth, and let its mind be changed from that of a man to the mind of an animal." This is the dream that I had. What does it mean? My Lord, if only the dream applied to your enemies and its meaning to your adversaries. The tree which you saw, which grew large and strong with its top touching the sky, you, O king, are that tree. You have become great and strong. Your greatness has grown until it reaches the sky, and your dominion extends to the distant parts of the earth. But you saw a messenger, a holy one, coming down from heaven, saying, "Cut down the tree and destroy it, but leave the stump bound with iron and bronze in the grass of the field while its roots remain in the ground. Let him be drenched with the dew of heaven. Let him live like wild animals." This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree that the Most High has issued against my Lord,
the God of heaven,
the
has
king.
given you a kingdom.
You will be driven away from people and live with the wild animals. You will eat grass like cattle until you acknowledge that the Most High is sovereign over the kingdoms of men and gives them to anyone he wishes. The command to leave the stump of the tree with its roots means that your kingdom will be restored to you when you acknowledge that the Most High rules. Therefore, O king, be pleased to accept my advice. Renounce your sins by doing what is right and your wickedness by being kind to the oppressed. Seek the Lord while he may be found, and it may be that your prosperity will continue. But the memory of kings is often short, and 12 months later, when the king was walking on the roof of the royal palace of Babylon in all the world, is there anything like this? No, my king, my great wall, which, mountain-like, cannot be moved, I've made with mortar and brick. Its foundations I've placed upon the very bosom of the underworld. Its top I've raised mountain high. An old man who arrives uninvited is so often perceived as a fool, a rambling nuisance best ignored. Yet, sometimes they are accompanied by their own shadow, potential assassins, lurking in the darkness, perhaps even a foolish assassin, driven by misguided zeal. Forgive our intrusion, your majesty. Do you truly understand before whom you stand? This is the king of Babylon, the ruler of the four corners of the earth, known as Kurish in the ancient Persian tongue. He has seized, through the sheer might of his arms and the brilliance of his strategies, the birthright that destiny seemed to deny him. He is Cyrus the Great, the conqueror and visionary. Leave us at once. Who are you, old man? I am Daniel of the tribe of Benjamin, taken captive almost 70 years ago, a lifetime in exile. Nevertheless, I come before you, my king, with humility and purpose. I have heard whispers and legends of this man, Daniel. He served Arya with unwavering loyalty after Arya victoriously captured the city in your name. Tales abound of his miraculous survival, spending an entire night in the den of lions. Yet the savage beasts, renowned for their ferocity, refused to harm him, as if touched by divine grace. Is this truth or merely embellished folklore? It is, in fact, the truth. Oh, now I recognize you, the man who communes with angels, who sees visions of the future. Tell me then, why have you sought me out? What brings you to my presence? I have come to share a story with you, a complex tapestry woven with threads of power, ambition, and divine intervention. It is a tale of four kings, one blessed with unparalleled greatness, one tragically blinded by foolishness, one who was tragically deceived by those around him, and one who is destined to be remembered throughout the ages as a paragon of wisdom, a ruler whose insights transcended time itself. Are these merely fables spun from the depths of your imagination, conjured to entertain a weary king? No, your majesty. Every word I speak will be rooted in truth, unvarnished and unyielding. I pledge to share only the most absolute, unadulterated truth. And should you find my words unwelcome or my story distasteful, all you need do is command me to remain silent, and I shall speak no more. Very well, then speak, old man. You may provide some diversion, a moment of respite amidst our feast. Please, my king, we are expected in Babylon this evening. Important matters of state await our attention. The palace, after all, will still be standing in the morning. If that is your wish, so be it. I cannot. My king, with all due respect, the Hebrews are bound by ancient laws and sacred rituals concerning their sustenance. They partake only of their own food, prepared according to strict dietary rules. To do otherwise, even if offered by the hand of a king, would be considered a profound act of defilement, a violation of their deepest beliefs. You promised me a tale, a story to captivate my attention. Indeed, I delayed my journey, postponing crucial matters, to hear this lesson you claim to impart. I will hear it now, so be it, my lord. The first king whose story I wish to tell is Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, a name that resonates with both power and infamy. When I was just a young boy, barely old enough to understand the world around me, he shattered the Assyrian Empire, the age-old nemesis of my people, the scourge that had haunted our ancestors for generations. But alas, the destruction of Israel's enemies brought us no reprieve, no sweet taste of liberation. Because in the third year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign, his eyes turned towards Jerusalem, our beloved city, and he laid siege to it, tightening his grip until our walls were breached. More fitting testimony to your honesty, it could not have been made. Had there been any infidelity in your record, they would have discovered it. Indeed, they could find nothing amiss in my work, neither willfully nor through negligence or lack of care. So they tried to trip me up with my prayers. But since worship of the Most High was not prohibited by the laws of the realm, they had to conceal their purpose like poison in a cup of honey. O king, it has come to our attention that there are those among your subjects who still cling to the old gods of Babylon in the hopes that their line of kings may yet be restored and have not submitted to your rule. Who are they that I may bring them before me and destroy them? It is not that simple of a matter to detect them, O king, for they are devious and work to hide their treasonous thoughts. And if you come before me without a plan for discovering them, we would dare not do so, O king. Indeed, we have labored to construct a plan whereby the loyalty of all may be tested. Then speak of it. If, O king, you were to issue an edict that none in Babylon, nor anywhere in the empire, may pray to anyone, be it to God or man, except to you, for a period of 30 days. But what of the gods of Persia whom I serve and obey? Well, you alone, O king, would be free to pray to them and offer them sacrifice. You would stand as a priest before all the peoples, and in this way ingratiate yourself to the gods themselves, because for an entire month all of their worship would come from you. Thus, their worship will continue through you, and the old gods of Babylon will be starved for worship, lessening their power. How would you enforce such an edict? No one would be allowed to go before any altar or shrine for the entire period except for you. And anyone found violating the decree would be thrown into the lion's den before sundown on the very day of the offense. He is angry with us. It will fade. By tomorrow morning, Daniel will be a distant memory, and the king will need us again. Have mercy on me.
The lions do not touch him.
Take it away.
What manner of man is
Tonight,
this?
I honor Daniel in silence and with fasting. Believe me, God have mercy on me. In you, my soul takes refuge. In the midst of lions, surrounded by ravenous beasts whose teeth are spears, whose tongues are sharp as swords, I call upon your name, O Lord, from the depths of the pit.
Behold,
hear my plea.
the vision of the
Come
tree.
near. You say,
It signifies your
do not
kingdom,
fear,
O King,
O
grown
Lord,
strong and
take up my
reaching the
cause. Redeem my life. Laughter, a divine plan, my friend. A toast to the lions who show no partiality to a Hebrew over any other man. Laughter, Music, music. I will extol the Lord at all times. His praise be ever on my lips. But those who seek the Lord will lack for no good thing. A righteous man may have many troubles, but the Lord rescues him from them all. You have rescued me from the mouth of lions, and I will declare your name to my brothers in the congregation. I will praise you. Out of my way, Daniel, servant of the living God. Has your God been able to save you? O King, live forever. My God has sent his angel, and he shut the mouth of the lions. They have not hurt me because I was found innocent in his sight. Come forth. Behold, there is no sign of wound on him, for he has trusted in his God. Surely your God is above all men, for while you're in the lion's den, you are in his hand. How much must the man pay if he steals another man's treasure? With his hands, perhaps. But what if that man who is robbed is the king and the treasure is a prized possession? Is there any penalty less than death which will do? So speak now and let me consider it. But, O king, he is a Hebrew. Why should you put such trust in him? This Hebrew is the greatest treasure I possess. He speaks to his God, and more importantly, his God speaks to him. You have deceived me as to your purpose. Hear then, O king,
God
the
of
words
Abraham,
that were written more than 150 years ago. For these are the
We
very
put our
words of
trust
the
in
prophet
you alone.
Isaiah, son of Amos, from the east. I summon a ravenous bird of prey from a far-off land to fulfill my purpose. What I have said, I will surely bring about. What I have planned, that I will most certainly do. A bird of prey, you say? The Lord's chosen will carry out his purpose against Babylon. His arm will be against the Babylonians. He pursues them 1 hour 18 minutes and 42 seconds unscathed, along a path he has not traveled before. True, I've never even seen the regions of the Euphrates or any further westward until I came in conquest. And yet, you chased your enemies uninjured, you say? They had no power to rally against you. You were not led into any ambush. And you were safe for as far as you chose to pursue them, weren't you? That's the truth. This is what the Lord says to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I take hold of. Cyrus? It mentions me by name? It does indeed. To Cyrus, whose right hand I take hold of to subdue nations before him, and 1 hour 19 minutes and 28 seconds to strip kings of their armor, to open doors before him, so that gates will not be shut. I will go before you and will level the mountains. I will break down gates of bronze and cut through bars of iron. I will give you the treasures of darkness, riches stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who summons you by name. And when you captured Babylon, their treasures were the richest in the entire world, were they not? Oh, without a doubt they were. And 'cause here will testify to that. Yes, quite the most magnificent, really. Oh, 1 hour 20 minutes and 17 seconds, King. If I may, please continue reading. Cyrus, for the sake of Jacob, my servant, of Israel, my chosen, I summon you by name and give you a place of honor, though you do not acknowledge me. I am the Lord,